Alright, hey everybody, it's Leanne. It's August the 3rd, and I'm in the one-of-a-kind, beautiful Quebec City here in the province of Quebec, and it's about 5:45 in the morning, and I've got the streets to myself right now. We arrived here yesterday with my family, and we did an awesome walking tour last night, and I was rubbernecking at all the masonry, of course, the whole time. And so I'm up early today to try to show you some cool things that I saw, and to try to capture some of my thinking and my thoughts. I hope you can all get a chance to come here one day. It truly is a slice of Europe here in Quebec. This right here is the Chateau Frontenac, Fairmont Chateau Frontenac. They say it was built for the Canadian Pacific Railway. That was allegedly claimed to, have been laid back in the 1880s across Canada. I call BS. We all know this. John Levy and others have featured this incredible chateau, as well as other CP, old Canadian Pacific Railway line hotels across Canada. And yeah, there's absolutely no way this was built as a hotel. It's an old citadel and fortress. There's a StarFort just on the other side of it. We have a tour there this afternoon, so I hope to capture some cool stuff. Now, like my brain is exploding. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. So I'm just going to show you what I'm seeing as I'm walking around, and it's just so nice to have the streets right now almost to myself before it gets too busy. So we were here on a tour last night, a ghost tour, and we were standing over here, and I was looking at this beautiful fountain, and it has all the hallmarks of ancient architecture. And I was looking at the bricks along the bottom here, and these slightly cooked bricks are everywhere around the city, the old city. And I see this a lot in Toronto as well. But somewhere along here yesterday I saw a very intact brick, and I was like, ha! See, it's not just cut pretty stone. Like, no, that wasn't it. But anyway, you get the picture. But I was also, I see it, gosh, we walked for 2 hours off, and I can't remember what it was. But I haven't done a lot of studying of the old Quebec City proper itself as far as older photographs, but I feel like this fountain was always here. It just feels like it has the old world footprint to it. And again, the water never stops. That's a fountain feature. And it looks like it's sort of modern, but it makes me wonder, is it really modern? I mean, there's a knobbly bit missing on that little spire, the tech that's on this. I'd like to learn the history of this fountain. Was it from another building at some point? Or was it just always here? And it makes it look like it's sort of a modern creation when you study everything else around it. And we've got these beautiful old lampposts I was looking at last night. Of course, we've got this castle. It just makes me wonder if, well, I'd like to learn more about this. Like that way. But anyway, I've been seeing some amazing melt lines right along the street, so I'm going to walk up here and go show you those first, and then do a bit of wandering out there, and then hopefully get down into the old, really old part of the city down below. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm sorry, I know it's so bright there. I'm just across the valet parking here at the Fairmont Chateau Frontenac, and we're at a crosswalk right here. And of course, there's a fountain like right here. Like, who would choose to put a fountain right here? Yeah, let's get like the busiest crossing street, like a section of a street, okay? And let's put a fountain right there. So I think that this has been here for a long time, and it's painted all nicely, but it doesn't add up. Now, something I was looking at yesterday a lot are these stone curbs, and I'm certain that these were once brick, and I've been finding these melt lines all over the place. Like that just looks like a butt crack, like a rock crack. But there's some really nice ones up here. So take a look. And just as I'm walking up here, of course, the old railway construction workers had time to carve things like this into the chateau. Okay, we have a griffin, coat of arms with, looks like 3 griffin feet. Another one over there. Something here, an L or something. I don't know what that is, with a crown. But we know what the griffin represents historically. So anyway, let me find these melt lines. And again, I don't know how to come close or even begin to capture the grandeur of this old chateau, this old castle here in Quebec City. I just don't. It just goes on. The stone walls that are here, the old cooked out brick walls, just go on. No, okay, here we are. So I've just come from over here. Now, I've been really looking at these stone, as I just said, stone curbs. And we've got melt lines, melt. Look at all those melt lines. Right there. And we keep finding these all over the realm. Okay? Now I believe this is an ancient super city. On many of the old maps that John Levy, Martin Lidke have shown, and others in their videos have shown, like almost before the Great Lakes fully have their present day shape to them, there's always been, and because I pause the videos and study them as much as I can, scroll right in, a super city up in this part of on the map. There's also one in a place called Hochelaga, which some people think it might be Chicago. And there's a Hochelaga, which might either be Ottawa, present day Toronto, who knows. But this is marked on the ancient maps as a huge castle-like city. And I believe that this is a huge pocket of survival, and they've very conveniently, created a lovely little narrative that the French and the British in 1756 to 1763, when the whole world was apparently at war in different ways. We know that that's a reset time. You see the melt lines. And I believe this is simply a fine example of truly old world city, still fully intact. Quebec City is the only walled fortress city still left in existence in North America. And we walked all around it last night, so look at all the melt lines. It just goes on and on. And I hope to take you down and show you some cool things this morning. See, the melt lines just continue. And also called BS. This isn't just that stone. Okay. Yeah. And over here, we have what we would, or some people would call it typical mud-flood building. We know it's brick ash, it's a brick wall. Okay, it goes way down here. Okay, just like what so many of us find all over the realm. There's some more nice brick lines here. Right here. Melt lines. Alright, so what was the one thing I wanted to show you? I'm gonna go look for a coffee. That's interesting. I'm not usually up this early. Got some caffeine. I don't know what the story is behind that. Look how charred that is. It's really like cocked, like, yeah. Huh. Okay. We go this way. Alright, I just have a little detour here. I wanted to bring you inside the little courtyard, or the big courtyard of the Chateau Frontenac. This looks like a very old part of the building right here. Tower as well. At least a cupola, that's what that's called. And check out the size of these windows. Check out the old, there's like empty shields up there. I wonder what was on those originally. All this magnificent carving. Is it the Rosy Cross right there? The Rosicrucian? Templar? No, Rosicrucian. Way up. Shit, this bad. Seriously nuts. I stayed in here 16 years ago. I wish I had the eyes then that I do now, but it's good that we're here in the first place. Let's go through this way. Might be faster. Alright, check out how beautiful this is. So I've just come at the other side of the Chateau Frontenac, and look at the grandeur. Oh my god, there's so many walls to explore. It's seriously nuts. Yeah, like railroad dudes had time to, pull out those carvings. Let's just whip up a few lions, shall we? Put them on the exterior. Look at the beautiful morning here in Quebec City. French forces, 1756, 1763, fought the British here. British General Wolfe died in a battle in 1763. A place called the Plains of Abraham, which is just over here. Check this out. Now, I find this wall really interesting. I had a good look at this yesterday, or a little bit of a look. We're running around looking for ice cream. You're okay, I'll turn this off for a second. Alright, I just wanted to stop here for a second and just give you a bit of a lay of the land. So this is the west side of the Chateau Frontenac. Okay, yeah, built for railway workers back in the 1880s, or so they say. I mean, the whole story is complete builders. Right. Okay, so I'm just down below, and the chateau is right here. Okay. Now, what I found interesting yesterday is you've got some of the old wall, okay, that's connected to the StarFort up there. It's called the Citadel. We're gonna go there later. It's an incredible StarFort that's still, a good chunk of it's intact, and several layers of StarFortiness going on. The wall ends here, and we've got these stairs, and then we've got this bank. So did this bank experience more blowout, more dustification than this, right? Like, doesn't make sense unless this wall is really under here, or it's dustified more, but this is less. Do you see what I'm saying? You can still see the earthworks here. It's really incredible. Now, I want to study every single stone on all of these walls here in the city. It's just absolutely impossible. You'd need months and months and months to do it. So I'm just going to walk. Show you this Grand Boulevard and these sort of, not quite bunco booths, but like old bandstands. There's one there, here, and then there's one more. Oh, and there. So there's at least 5 along here, which makes me wonder as well, like what was, like Martin has, and John have talked about so frequently, what were their purposes? Because I think that these were also here. And, you know, are these props, as Paul Cook would say, or were these really here? I'm venturing to guess that they probably just are props. It's hard to say for sure, but the more we study this subject, the more I think so much is a lie. Now, this is old wrought iron. Oh my God, look at these walls. It just goes on and on and on. So I think this is just a pocket of survival, completely intact. There's the St. Lawrence River. This is an absolutely magnificent castle. Let's keep going. I'm not going to get very far this morning, unfortunately. Yeah, I can see me coming back at some point in my future. I'm just kind of planting myself here for some time and doing a deep dive into the architecture and the brick and the stone and the history and the stories and the narrative. I think that would be something I could definitely do and do a lot of. Alright, I'm making my way down to the old part of Quebec City, but I just wanted to show you this beautiful vantage point right here. And I'm on the old ramparts, and this is just looking down into the old Quebec, like super old Quebec. It is so intact still. And everywhere you look, there's like old stuff going on. And these walls just don't quit. I saw something last night, sort of in the dark. I'll have to find it up here. Alright, now are these props or are these original? You be the judge. Or we can keep talking about it. But anyway, you can really see some brick lines, or melt lines along here. We can still make out some of the original shapes of the brick that were here, and it's all since been superheated and turned to this very old stone, as we can all have in our neighborhoods and cities and towns that we recognize. Oopsie, sorry. Bad film for the week. Okay. This was all brick. All brick that has gone all blocked, all old stony world blocked up. Okay, look here. These are bricks. These are upright bricks. Oops, sorry. There's a whole row of these, they just don't end. Alright, here's another nice example of very clear bricks. Okay. Placed in a different direction, I think, just at this top layer here. And they'll lock up. Okay, and here's a really nice brick, still pretty much intact. Right here. Isn't that amazing? Okay, and we have more melt lines along these curbs here. Alright. Where I am right now. Now this is what they say is, well, this is Laval University. Okay. Well, the stone just doesn't quite. It's beautiful. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Yeah, let's just throw this up for a university. No, this was discovered. This is repurposed. Okay. This is an old palace. Old world. With a little tech on it still. Okay. And we have these walls that just go on and on and on. Okay. I'm feeling fairly overwhelmed right now. I only have 3 days here and I want to cover it all, but it's absolutely impossible. So we go this way. All right, more melt lines here. So check these out. Across here. There's some others somewhere. Where do they go? Down here. Okay, melt lines. I can't really see my finger, it's so bright. Can you see the melt lines? Here still. Okay, very cool. And I think that there's a plaque behind me calling this a seminary now. Okay. Yeah. Incredible. And look at the difference in color along this big melted brick wall. Yeah, they ballooned out like marshmallows as they're heated. Okay, different ballooning going on, different amounts. Now over here, I was just studying these. These again are like heated up marshmallows. Okay, and I did see some melt lines along here too. This caught my eye. It's like, okay, melted metal, where's that? What was that? Okay, but then here, got more melt lines. Okay, right here. And again, different ballooning going on. So, yeah, you can see melt lines all over the place there on those stones underneath this beautiful building. All right, we're still in the ramparts here. Such a beautiful morning. Here, look. Boom, 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 boom. Isn't that amazing? Let's keep going. All right, this might be the end of my road. I only had 10% left. But I just wanted to show you the mortar coming out from the wall there, and there's almost a fully intact brick. Let's go take a look there. All right, 5% left. My phone absolutely sucks. Got that going on. This is the mortar spilling out and squeezed out during the event or series of events. All these lines. They all have like horizontal cracks. Brick crack, heat crack. All right, I think this is it. I'm gonna head back, plug this in, find a coffee, and I'll come back out later. It's fun, huh? This is incredible. It's just so incredible. So happy to be here in thought with all of you. I wish I could transport you all here and we'd have a field day exploring this place. Oh my gosh, there's so much to be discovered. So much. Okay, I'm going to turn off for now. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Take care. I'm sorry if this is getting boring, but more melt lines. Okay, right in the curb. Oh, I hope there's somewhere to get a coffee. Oh yeah, and you've got these Greco-Romano columns everywhere. All these old buildings. It just doesn't end. Oh yeah, and then there's that, like, old tech. Not of this civilization. Past couple hundred years at least. Yeah, no way. All right, coffee, come to me.